How to utilize visualization. Many self-help gurus of the 21st century will attest to the benefits of visualization. There's even science behind it. Our brains don't always know the difference between something that is made up and something that is real. That can provide us with the power to turn dreams into a reality. Our brains are powerhouses that are constantly working overtime to solve our problems and help us to achieve our goals. When we are sleeping, they are hard at work in an attempt to puzzle over the day's events and try to make sense of them. Often, when we are least expecting it, we will have an aha moment, a sudden epiphany, or a burst of realization about how to handle a particular job or problem. Many people don't realize that this happens because our brain is always attempting to make connections that will bring seemingly unrelated events into a cohesive whole of our conscious experience. Because of the power of our brains, visualization can be a very effective technique when utilized correctly. Even athletes can utilize visualization when it comes to gameplay. The neurons in our brains are stimulated by imagining a scene playing out and can help to prime our bodies to have the reactions that we want and need to have in order to operate at peak capacity. Even if our goals are less physical and more conceptual, visualization has some incredible benefits. When we visualize a goal in our minds, it helps our brains to get focused on a new problem to solve. Whether we realize it or not, our minds begin to go to work and mulling the problem over, and helping us to find easier and more direct ways to solve the problems that arise as a result of the planning process, and to provide us with the drive and motivation that we need to succeed. When we begin to see opportunities to advance our goal rather than consuming ourselves in doubt, achieving becomes inevitable. We want to solve the problems posed to us by the goal in question, and when we are able to truly envision what it is that we want, we are priming our minds to help us to map out a plan that will get us from point A to point B with the least fuss possible. The greatest thing about visualization is that literally anybody can do it. All you really need to do is to think about the goal you have and imagine what it would be like to live the life that you want most of all. When we imagine that we are living the life of our dreams, our brains are priming ourselves to follow a path that will provide those things for us. There are two different types of visualization that can help you to work toward your goals. The first type is called outcome visualization, which is what most people think of when it comes to visualization. Outcome visualization is when you think long and hard about the outcome you want out of any given situation and prime your brain to provide that outcome for you. Consider the mental image of your end goal and keep it in your mind for as long as you can. Come back to it every day so that your brain is primed on that image. And before you know it, you will have a higher than average likelihood of seeing that image become your reality. The second type of visualization is called process visualization. And this is used by those who have a lofty goal in mind and who need to take the time to visualize the steps that need to be taken in order to see their goals come to fruition. When you utilize process visualization, it is to help your mind to process the steps that you will need to take in order to achieve your goal. It makes it easier to break down big problems into manageable pieces so that before you know it, you can find yourself in a place you may have never believed possible. There are scientific backings to the process of visualization, and if you're willing to utilize it for yourself, you'll be that much closer to mastering your destiny. Goal. Sit down in a quiet room and close your eyes. Envision the future you want for yourself. Go into great detail about it and hold the image in your mind for as long as you possibly can. Go back to this mental place as frequently as you're able to, at least once per day and a maximum 3 times per day. Next, visualize the steps that you will need to take in order to achieve that ideal lifestyle, and allow your mind to break those steps down into manageable pieces. Start with the first piece and move on as needed, visualizing a successful completion and considering the course of action needed in order to make those dreams a reality.